On a positive note, I want to talk to you a little bit about today's yield drop. Some of the initial people, this is the first yield drop that we've had. I want you to understand that the yield that you get each week, that yield comes from 100% of the amount that was staked the previous 3 weeks. In addition to that, there's another 20% that is used to pay for the compounding yield. And that once again comes out from 20% of the previous 3 weeks of staking. So keep in mind, it's 100% that you get paid out weekly. And then there's a 20% that's paid out monthly. And this was the first month that was paid out. And that yield was for weeks, I guess was for weeks 4 through 7. Okay, so what you received today and was for weeks 4 through 7. Now, there's some things we got to improve. First of all, you should be able to see how much the yield is, what your payout's going to be before you click on to pay the fee. We're going to get that improved. I told the developer that's got to be added, and he's assured me that he's going to get that done for us. Okay. Secondly, for this first yield drop, if you unstaked, you are not going to get a yield. It's for people that have not unstaked for the beginning part of this compounding yield. So if you didn't unstake, you get the compound yield reward. If you did unstake at any point, you do not get it. Now, one of the things, this is for weeks 4 through 7. This is was paid out today. Weeks 8 through 11 will be paid out at some point here in May. Weeks 12 through 15 will be paid out in June. So it still is determined that if you unstake.
Alan,
yes.
There's a clicking noise in the background. I don't know why.
I apologize. Maybe there's something on my end. I apologize. So let me just review this. So initial compound yield rewards are only for those who have unstaked to date, have not unstaked, who have never unstaked to date. Rewards from 4 through 7 were used to calculate the reward today. Okay. Next month in May, weeks 8 through 11 will be used to calculate May's compounding, and then 12 through 15. And now from this point forward, if you unstake at any point before this payout, you do not receive the payout. You won't receive the payouts. So it's really important. Now, we had some people today receive some of their payouts as into their wallet. That was not originally how we wanted to do it. We wanted it to be inside the staking pool so that you would not have to pay another transaction fee to send it in. That's been corrected. All right. All the new people that claim, your claim will go into your staking pool, into your community builder staking pool. And so that issue has been corrected. Once again, we want to make sure that you know how much is in there before you claim it, especially for people that have smaller amounts. We're going to work toward making it so that if it's not worth claiming because the gas fees are too high, we're going to make it so that you can in the future get that next month, and it will add to your account. Right now, we do not have it programmed to do that, but within the next 30 days, we expect that we'll be able to make it so that if, let's say you have a small amount that you can claim, and once again, I think by Monday, you'll be able to see the claim amount. There's no hurry. You can claim it whenever you want, but you'll be able to get that claim amount, and you'll be able to see how much it is and decide, hey, I might want to increase before I spend a gas fee to claim it. Unfortunately, there was no other way, that we want to keep gas fees as low as possible. And on that point, we had some people that were upset for the unstaking gas fees that were implemented. That's been temporarily removed until we get a complete vote of the community as far as what the community wants to do in regard to fees for unstaking. I'm a proponent of having unstaking fees and paying 100% of that amount out monthly in Ethereum to our community. So, but what we want to do is what we want to do is we want to make it so that people who are unstaking get the rewards. And part of those benefits are, hey, why not charge a fee to people that are unstaking where we could redistribute. Now, this is something that needs to be agreed upon by the majority of the people in the community. Some people are against it. I understand a lot of people with small stakes, for instance, it could, adversely affect them if they had to unstake. Now, this would be only for people that unstake within 12 months. Once again, the time frame of this policy could be agreed upon by the community. So what we'll do is we're going to hold, I'm not sure how the best way to do this, maybe Peter can help, how we can all kind of come together and agree on how this is going to work as a community. It's one of those few items that is, Community Builder is an app, but it's really owned by the community itself. So the policies of what fees it charges, how that is distributed to the community really needs to be something that everyone has a say, at least an opportunity to voice an opinion on. So what we'll be doing, I don't know, Peter, when do you think the best time it is to kind of take this up and discuss it? Do you have any, what do you recommend?
Well, essentially what I think we should do is really have people put together essentially like a Google spreadsheet, and we could put together a Google Doc and allow everybody to kind of just, give their opinions of what they think is fair, and then figure out the best arrangement from there. So we can have our community literally develop it and, give that ability to have people to do that. One thing I want to ask. Yeah, one thing I want to ask, two things I want to ask you. If someone actually, I want to confirm this for the community, but if somebody does not take their claim, so if they don't hit the claim button before the next month's drop, what happens?
That's going to roll over to the next month. So we'll make sure that that will roll up. It's there, it's available. It's just, and I know some people may need to wait until that accumulates to make it worthwhile for them to claim it. So that will roll over. The best thing you can do with to get true compounding, what you really would like, depending on your choice, and we're not giving any advice here, but if you want to have true compounding, you're going to want to try to stake your rewards so that next month you get even more, right? You get even a higher yield. So that's a good policy. But what I would say to you is that going forward, what we'd like to do is, to try to make this better. We're working through, this is all a new project. A lot of the mechanisms, this is a brand new mechanism for us. Appreciate your patience in working with us. The idea of any changes and things that, not any changes in apps or dApps is something, I think Community Builder in particular is really owned by the community itself. And so we need to get input. So going on to Peter's idea, we could create a Google spreadsheet, right? And you could just put in your Ether address, right? You don't have to necessarily identify yourself if you don't want to, but you can just put your Ether address. You can put yes, no, okay, if you think there should be a fee for unstaking on Community Builder or not. You could also put in any other additional comments, right? We could make it simple, Google spreadsheet to do this, and we could just maybe take, I don't know, whatever period of time we decide is good, and we can start getting that input. And at the end, we'll reach a date where we'll end it, and at that point, we'll have a decision on the best way to implement things. What do you think, Peter?
Yeah, no, I think that's good. There's a lot of questions in the chat right now.
Okay.
Quite a few.
If you hit a claim that tells you you're not eligible, then that means that you've unstaked at some point during the beginning stages. and then you will not be eligible for the yield drop. If that's not true, and you think that that's an error, then you need to reach out, let us know, and then it can be researched, right? You can.
So there's one,
go ahead.
there's one thing I want to make really clear. So if anyone, just to make sure of this, because we want to make sure that the message is congruent, right? So as this is the first drop that essentially has happened for the monthly yield, if someone unstaked from really week 1 until now, they will not receive that reward. Yes?
Yes, that's true. Yes, they would not. You won't be able to. Now, from this point forward, it's going to look at weeks 8 through 11. And if you haven't unstaked through 8 through 11, then you will go ahead and you'll be able to qualify for May's payout. Okay. Once again, 8 through 11. So that includes, we're in 10 right now. So if you haven't unstaked in 8, 9, or this week, and you don't unstake next week, then guess what? You will be able to qualify for May's payout. Okay. In June, go ahead.
One thing we need to be clear of, Alan, is because we're getting a lot of these questions and this wasn't made clear. If you hit the claim button and you pay the gas fee, what happens if you claim? Those are sent into, people need to understand those are sent into staking, and the reason that they're not automatically rolled over. So you might touch on that because we're getting a lot of those questions.
Yeah, those will go into your staking contract, okay, as a return for you. Yeah, automatically. You know, what we may do next month is give people more choices, but right now that's how it works. Okay. Now, once again, so if you have not unstaked in 8, not week 8, 9, or 10 so far, and you do not unstake in week 11, which is next week, then you will be able to get paid out for compound yield in May. And then after that is 12th through the 15th, week 12 through 15, and it continues to go each monthly cycle until till the end. Okay.
And by the way, we have a question in there. I want to clarify this. If we unstaked one time, are we not eligible for a drop for a year? No, that is not the case. If you unstake, you wait 30 days. So it's the weeks. So this next one is going to.
It's actually it's more like it's not exact. Here's how it works. So right now this drop encompasses everything from week 1 to week 7, right? Now that was the first. Now the new one coming up in May will be from week 8 through week 11. So if you unstaked in week 8 or in week 9 or in week 10, then or if you unstake next week, you will not get the yield drop that's paid out in May. But if you haven't unstaked in 8, 9, 10, or 11, then you will. So next June 12 through 15, same thing. So what we're going to do is the way it's programmed to do is, if you had already unstaked in say week 3, but you have not unstaked in week 8, 9, 10, or 11, congratulations, you will get the yield drop in May. Okay. And that's a great, awesome opportunity. So it doesn't matter if what happened in the past, and also keep in mind, one of the great benefits of the NRGY DeFi system is you actually get rewards that were generated in the previous weeks. So again, May, just focus on May for right now. If you have not unstaked in week 8, 9, 10, and you do not unstake next week, good news, May, you will be able to claim a yield. Okay.
And one thing I want to clarify just for people, kind of in layman's terms. Okay. You guys have a claim button. Okay. It doesn't tell you the amount. Now in coming months, it'll tell you the amount. Days.
We're going to get that. That needs to be a feature that everyone needs to know what that amount is before they hit that claim button.
If you're wondering what that amount is, okay, really simple formula right now. Whatever your earned rewards are, it's about 6% of that. It's a little over 6%. Okay, so if you have 100 in earned rewards, it's about 6 energy. If you have 10 in earned rewards, 6%, it's about 0.6 energy. So if you want to know immediately what that amount is, it's about 6% of your earned rewards. Once again, I want to stress this, okay? You have the claim button. That is your earnings on what you've earned each week from staking. It is your compounding. And you have a choice. You can hit that claim button if you haven't unstaked. And if you hit that claim button, you'll pay a gas fee and it'll send those coins back into staking. If you don't hit that claim button because it is smaller, because it's a smaller amount, you can let it accrue. And so you can claim it later on. You don't have to claim it right away. And I want to make that so vitally clear. Okay.
Yeah, we want to make sure, if you have a smaller amount and obviously if you had to pay $25 or $35 to get it, doesn't make sense. So you can leave it in there. And when you're ready and it grows and you're ready to claim it, you can claim it whenever you want. Okay. Also, I want to, thank everybody's who's part of the energy in this meeting. We are doing everything we can to make this the very simplest and best system available. Obviously, it's still a development project. We're still in the early stages of development, so we appreciate your patience, understanding. Anyone who has a specific issue that needs to be researched, you can reach out to either myself, Dwayne, Peter, or in the Signal group, and let us know. We'll get back to every single one of them. We have people in the community that are going to help you. That are able to research these things, and we'll make sure that if somebody, let's say for example, you didn't unstake and for some reason there was a glitch and you didn't get what you're supposed to get, we're going to correct that. Don't ever get upset if something isn't going the right way. We're just like the gentleman today that got his funds stolen. A lot of communities and people would just turn a blind eye and say, oh, well, that's his fault, or even the other person that got affected. But we really truly care about each and every person in our community. I think that's part of what a community is supposed to be, right? It's supposed to be all of us kind of coming together, working on projects, building businesses, and also being there to help. Now, we have to use personal responsibility. That's not to say that, I think we really need to probably do a training session on security for our community. I think that would be a really excellent thing to do if we could get somebody out there that can actually, maybe create a good training for everybody. We all could add content to that because we want to make sure that, first of all, everyone keeps their, it uses good policies and procedures and maintaining their assets. Keep in mind, you are your bank, right? There's no 1-800, let me call and, get a refund from the bank because someone defrauded me. But with that comes responsibility. And part of that responsibility is to really, truly understand the risks that are out there. In this situation here with a gentleman, whoever, this thief, directing someone in the Telegram group to go to a website and then have his energy stolen from him. It's just, we got to make sure that never happens again. And I think the way we do that is to get together. And we've had other situations where people have had stored their private keys in their emails. I've heard lots of stories. We have to, I think, the training, Peter, and it would be wonderful. Don't you think? Peter?
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. I think it'll be beneficial, and I think it'll also be important that as we continue to grow, which we will, of course, that we develop some kind of support channel for people to go to. So this way, that takes away the Telegram element and just adds a direct support to a like a Zendesk or something like that we can actually create to funnel traffic through there to go directly to our developers who are handling that situation, who can look at the wallets, and this way you will avoid any kind of risk with Telegram.
Well, maybe part of it is maybe as a community we can have training and we can train people in the community to become experts on DeFi, experts on helping people with different issues, and basically be the eyes and ears. And I really think that if we had more people doing that, it would be really beneficial. So I think it's all of us that are interested in taking that role. Let's set up a meeting, Peter, so we can kind of organize a core group of people
Yep.
that are willing to help others in our community, protect others from the, just the vicious, scam that was, was put on one of our community members. And I'm gonna encourage all of us to see what we can do. If anybody's interested in making a contribution to a refund that help this gentleman get back on his feet, that's part of what good communities do also, right? Historically, right? Help get people back on their feet again. And this truly was not his fault. He had no idea what was transpiring. Matter of fact, I had never heard of this before until today. I never in my life had heard of such.
Well, I mean, I've been in crypto since 2015 and been in multiple different support chats where that happens. I'll give you an example. I was in the Safe Moon chat the other day because I was trying to find out some extensive information, and I spoke to an admin. But then as soon as I spoke to an admin, I had somebody from quote unquote Safe Moon help desk to actually PM me and say, "Oh, hey, great to have you messaging us." And I'm like, "Yeah, hi, how you doing?" And I started having a conversation with that person, and they ended up asking for wallet information and other things. And I was like, "Yeah, buddy, that's the wrong way to do it."
Well, maybe Peter, as we develop this, I don't know what we want to call it, this group of people that are dedicated to helping others, protecting others, and teaching others about good practices, right? We can make those people known to the community as trusted, reliable people, right? That they can rely upon. Just kind of like this gentleman thought it was you, Pete, right? He thought it was you because the guy pretended to be you. I think he even put a picture of you up there, right? So part of it, though, is to get trusted, reliable people. We need to have a meeting on this and really have an open discussion about what we can do to prevent this ever happening again to anybody that's in our community.
Yeah, as we continue to grow and evolve, this is definitely a concern that we should address very early, as in now. On top of that, we do have who I think will be essential, and I believe he's on this call. Dean has put up a step-by-step guide, and I'm sure we could work with him and essentially develop a training session with him, as he's very good at explaining information too, and we could do that.
Yeah, we all have. Here's the thing, Pete. We all have different skills, right? Dean has obviously. I'm not going to tell anybody here that I have all the skill sets. For example, to structural skill sets, such as building the structural component. We need people to come forward and help, right, and build those things. Keep in mind, there's no central company or person behind this. It's all of us helping, building, working, and we need everyone that is part of our community to get together. You can just start, for example, you can put up a website about how to protect yourself. And in the case of this, this terrible incident that happened today, you can do many other things. So it's just about taking action. Some of us are really good at helping others. They enjoy it. And anybody that is, I want to, let's invite them to a group meeting so we can get better support, better help. That's going to protect all of us, right? Getting good security, get people to follow good and introduce new software programs that can protect people, different methods. I know a few tricks of my own, right? Peter does too. Other people that are experts in crypto and security can also make suggestions, and we can publish all that information, right? Make it available, and that's just going to make all of us smarter. We're all going to learn from each other, right?
So I really want to end this on a positive note. I got some positive information to share with people and whatnot. So just to recap, I want to make sure people understand. I'm going to recap this one more time because I know sometimes people got to hear it 3 times, right? If you have not unstaked during the weeks that the monthly bonus is paid, okay, this first one is from week 1 to week 7. You can claim your compounding. Your compounding is on the rewards that you earn every week. Your earned rewards that you're earning every week. That is your compounding. That's what the claim button is for. Right now, it's about 6%. So whatever your earned rewards are, it's about 6% if you hit that claim button. You have an option. You can hit the claim button and you'll pay the gas fee and it will automatically go into staking. Or you can let it build up if it's a smaller amount, and you can hit the claim button later on, you know, in months to come. It's totally your choice. Now, there were some people that hit the claim button early and the energy actually went into their wallet. So if the energy's in your wallet and you want to send it back into staking, you can do that. But everybody right now that hits the claim button pays the gas fee. That will be sent automatically into staking. And guys, the gas fees are really not that bad right now. I think I looked a little bit ago, they were like $17 to $30. So
yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, I heard some good news also on Ethereum gas fees. There's expectation, we don't know that they're going to be dropping further. So so that's going to help a lot of smaller people. It's help all of us, obviously save on gas.
Yep, absolutely. Yes, you will be able to see the amount you can claim. That's going to be there in days. But right now, if you want to know what that amount is, whatever your earned rewards are, it's about 6%. It's a little over 6% of that amount. So that'll help you out. Now, guys, we're going to have a webinar. I want to leave us with some really good things because we got a lot of good things that are happening. Okay. The Energy Bridge, which I believe is going to be a blockbuster DApp and produce some great cash flow for our energy stakers. Okay, that's coming along nicely. We're working on that. Developers are working on that as we speak. We've got another set of developers that are also working on the music builder DApp, which we released the news on yesterday. That's going to be, guys, that's going to be incredible. I'm really excited. You're going to learn more about that tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Central, noon Eastern. That's for North and South America. GMT time for our friends over in Europe. That is 4 p.m. your time, 4 p.m. GMT time. And for those guys over in Asia, that's 8:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. We do this every Saturday. We have a Zoom, and you can bring people, invite people. You're going to hear about energy. I present energy. I present how to stake it. You're also going to hear about these applications, these DApp applications that we're building that we believe are going to be very, very profitable for energy stakeholders. Now, lastly, guys, I'm excited. I'm excited. I want you to let you guys know, over the past year, of course, we've had to deal with the pandemic. And by the way, if you guys have questions, we'll open it up for a short Q&A here in a second. We'll end the recording and then we'll open up for a short Q&A. But, we've had the pandemic over the past year and I haven't really got to travel much. I've got a little girl, many of you guys don't know, but my little girl, Maggie, she wants to say hi. Say hi, everybody. She's got a rare genetic mutation, like extremely rare. There's literally only like 14 documented cases now in the entire world. And she's gotten a compromised immune system. So I went ahead and I got the first vaccine, whether you're for the vaccine or whether you're not, I have to do it to protect my little girl. So I get the second vaccine in May. Okay. And 2 weeks after that, I'm good to go. I'm hitting the road, and I want you guys as members of communities of the community, let me know where you guys want me to go. I'm going to be out there. I'm going to be reaching out to people. I'm going to travel. I'm going to meet, a lot of you guys. We'll sit down and Panera Breads to hotel meeting rooms to wherever, and you can invite your friends and your group of people. And, you know, I'll do presentations, and I just want to reach out and really just meet the community is really what I want to do. I want to help us grow. And so in around mid to late May, I will be getting out on the road. You guys that say, hey, I've got a group of people that I can put together, I want you to come here, Dwayne. I'll get you a group of people. We'll get them together. I want you to come see us. You guys let me know, because you know, I've done this before, and I've traveled around, and it's a good time. It's a good time to reach out, meet the community, and it helps us. It helps NRGY grow drastically. So if any of you guys have some small, large groups, it doesn't matter, okay? You know, but you have a decent sized group of people, you know, you have 5, 10, 20, 50, whatever, however many it could be. Let me know. I'll reach out. I'll travel to see you. I'll come meet you. We'll do a presentation for your group of people. We'll do all those good things. It's going to be a lot of fun. So with that,
To add to that real quick, Dwayne, to add to that, I will be doing the same thing. Traveling will be hard for me. However, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Pennsylvania, those 4 areas, I will be doing presentations for those 4 states. So if you have someone in New York, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, or New Jersey, I will be doing live presentations for those people as well.
awesome, awesome. So Peter's going to cover the East Coast over there, guys. That's not just just restricted to the U.S. I've been to, I've traveled the world in the past. I've been to Dubai. I've been to Nigeria. Right? We've got a lot of good people in Africa. I'll go to Nigeria. I'll go to South Africa. I'll go to London, England. You name it, Asia, Thailand, it doesn't matter. So I want to help us make some drastic strides forward. And the best way, quite frankly, is to go out, meet people live, and do live presentations.
Yeah.
Psychologically,
Also, I noticed I talked to some people today. They were putting up their own sites for NRGY. They're compiling information. They're putting videos up. Definitely do that. We want to get plenty of website presence out there. So when people Google, they're going to find us. NRGY is decentralized, but guess what? You guys can republish, reuse, get out there, put up information about NRGY, and we encourage you to do so. Also, let's get to the questions before it gets too late.
Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and end the recording, so the recording's not super long. But and then let's go ahead and open it up for Q&A. I already see people saying, start making plans.